David.
This is a story of a man with a very strange fate.
Hey, look. It's like I've grown wings.
I didn't see you again this time either. Little Peggy. My name is David Young, former narc with the Boston PD, and now a detective who searches the past. My likes include 100% de agave tequila. My dislikes are mainly drugs and chewing gum. 2 years ago, someone killed my wife. Since then, I've been using every second of my life to solve a case. Using a certain, very special power. My head is full of memories of my wife. And the bullet that robs me of them. What happened in this place on that day? A gift is an expression of emotion. The person who sends it wants the feelings to be understood. Sometimes, however, those feelings remain in a slightly different form. I call these forgotten treasures mementos. Little Peggy. Everyone has their own place to work. A small desk in an office, a molten hot factory, a quiet library, the register in a supermarket, or in the middle of an intersection, in bed, on a golf course, a kitchen. For some, it's the whole town. From the day she died, this has been my place to work. No results this time either. This case is in the clear. I need to clear this case first. I can sleep after that.
Hey, Amanda. Do you want to watch too? We're just at the best bit.
Little...
As I had suspected, the perpetrator is
I have no memories of that day. When I came to, I was already lying in the ICU. The only thing I do remember are the words that little Peggy whispered as she died. Look for D. Who is D? Those words keep spinning in my head. At the time, with no compelling evidence, the case hit a dead end. I quit the BPD. However, under the right circumstances, I now have the capability to solve even a dead-end case. I'll do everything in my power to find this D. I swear I will. And when I do, oh, Peggy. Amanda? Oh, hold it! Whoa! Gotcha! You can't escape now! This is Amanda. She just suddenly started living here one day. She sometimes goes out and gets food for us. And that's something of a lifeline for me, as I don't really go outside. Just who she is, though, well, my memory holds no answers.
Yo, David, everything shipshape?
Look at me. What do you think?
I knew the answer. Just wondering if you did.
Forrest Kaysen, a detective with the Boston Police Department, and my former partner. He still helps me out nowadays in my search for Dee. He's both a client and a source of information. He gets whatever I need.
Women are always trouble. Doesn't matter how old they get. Trouble.
Fighting with Diana again?
Like you wouldn't believe. Women, men don't stand a chance. Don't come and see me actually means get right over here. But then, leave me alone just means, well, leave me alone. How am I meant to make sense of that? Tell me, David, please.
Coffee from a different place can be nice once in a while.
Once in a while. All the time is more like it. I was a fool to ask you. And Diana's so stupid.
Once feared as the mighty Grizzly, detective among detectives. Now he's more like a big teddy
What's
bear.
the point of the place?
Teddy, what's this?
So, tell me, David, have you heard the news about that airplane accident, huh?
Access Gate Airways Flight 117, struck by unexplained lightning? No one's talking about anything else right now.
We might be looking at the real deal. I've got the good stuff for you this time. Passenger simply vanishing from an aircraft mid-flight. Does that sound possible to you? Antonio Zapatero, otherwise known as Rabbit. He's a courier who only carries real blood. This one promised to provide evidence after being brought to Boston. Evidence that may well have led to the ID of the source of real blood. But then the lightning struck, and in the confusion, he vanished.
He escaped somehow?
No. When I say vanished, that's pretty much what I mean. Like something out of a magic act.
So, clue me in. What makes this one the real deal?
The name of the boss he was going to give up? Apparently starts with the letter D. This courier might have had evidence revealing the identity of D. So, interested yet? Let me ask you again. A passenger simply vanishing from an aircraft mid-flight. Does that sound possible to you?
No, it's impossible. There's someone pulling the strings behind this mystery.
Right on the money, David. The third party most likely used the confusion to spirit the courier away. Lots of people want the evidence he was carrying, after all. From the evidence I was able to bring, this particular item is the most interesting. The owner of that badge was involved in this incident. Well?
No doubt about it. This is a memento.
Great. It's yours then. Let's hope it's the last one you'll ever need. Are you eating okay?
What's the bio on the courier?
Antonio Zapatero, 28. Quick to go underground, but then quickly pops up again somewhere else. That's why they call him the Courier Rabbit.
Why rabbit?
He's also a womanizer.
So...
You know how rabbits are. Strong libidos. I bet the ladies call him Bunny in bed.
So how are the BPD tied up in this?
The BPD has the Special Drugs Unit, after all. The team you once belonged to.
Once.
We have a long history of handling real blood. Our past knowledge can come in handy for cases like this one. What's up, David? Feeling hungry? Okay, good. Let's eat then. I know you too well. You probably have only been drinking alcohol.
Your badge says detective for a reason, Teddy.
Go get Amanda. The more the merrier at the dinner table.
Tell me, Teddy, what's up with you and Diana?
Nothing much. It's just how we roll.
New York versus Boston again?
That's the root of it.
But both of you are originally from New York. I thought you'd be double-teaming me.
I've been living in Boston for 30 years, man. I'm a Bostonian now, body and soul.
Diana doesn't see it that way?
Nah, she's still got her head stuck right up in New York.
So what was it this time? Baseball? Basketball? Not football.
Nope. Something bigger.
But what's bigger than sports rivalry?
Oh, this one's bigger. Much bigger. It's all about clam chowder.
Clam chowder.
Yeah, clam chowder! No matter how you slice it, Boston has the best clam chowder in the world. You're with me on this, right? Right? Huh? But Diana just can't see it.
I've no basis for comparison.
What?
I've never eaten clam chowder anywhere but Boston.
So it's the best in the world by default! Come on. Come on. Come on! Oh, come on, David!
sorry. I can't help you out. I can't say anything absolute that isn't based on personal experience.
I need you on this. All I needed you to say was damn straight.
Teddy. Thanks for all the help.
No problem, David. We're partners. You may have quit the Force, but that fact won't change. Hell, if you trace it all the way back, if I hadn't asked you to join up in the first place...
Teddy!
No. Don't give me that look, Amanda. I'm just trying to give him a reason to live.
Little Peggy. Time has been frozen for me since that day. Will I see you this time? The lavatory. On an airplane. Another successful dive. Catching memories called mementos. Allows me to dive into the past. The day little Peggy was killed, I survived. Miraculously, somehow, I survived. In exchange for losing my memory, I gained this power. That has to be a sign of something. The past will surely tell me the truth. Look for D. I can't get a voice out of my head. Who killed her? Just who is D? The only way to silence that voice is to change my fate. Who is D? Killer? Conspirator? Mastermind? Witness? Or maybe vanishing from an airplane during a flight? That's impossible. There's gotta be something I'm missing. Are you okay?
David.
Little Peggy?
Sir, are you okay? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
My apologies, Olivia. You just look so much like an old girlfriend of mine.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just for a second, I actually thought little Peggy had come back to life.
I have to get back to work.
Sure, no problem, Olivia.
Just one thing, sir. You're surely aware that we carry a passenger list aboard.
Huh. Memorized it, have you?
We don't take kindly to stowaways, if that's what you are.
A stowaway, am I? Well, Miss Olivia Jones. Maybe you're on to me.
Sir, may I help you?
You mentioned a passenger list?
Oh, I'm sure it's just my mistake.
You really do have it memorized?
I thought I did, but I'm still new at this job. It's probably just my mistake. I'm sorry I said anything.
You called me a stowaway, didn't you?
My apologies for that, sir.
What did you mean?
Nothing really. No deep meaning.
Nothing at all?
I must apologize if I have upset you. I didn't mean to. I'm truly very sorry.
Is it true that there's a United States Marshal aboard this flight?
Why would you ask such a thing?
I heard some of the other crew talking. Let's hope she buys that.
I have no idea.
No idea at all? Isn't the passenger list burned into your memory?
Even if I did know, I couldn't tell you. Why would you care to know, may I ask?
Oh, just a passing interest. This emergency door is sealed up tight. Just where does the courier plan on making his escape from? You're a United States Marshal. You're transporting a key witness, but reading a completely different file. Does that just mean you're passionate about your job? Or is there something else going on here?
You. What are you doing here?
Derek Buchanan, United States Marshal. The owner of the memento I used to get here, along with a name that starts with D. Two signs I can't ignore.
I said I'd kill you if I saw you again, didn't I, boy?
It seems we've already met somewhere. I can tell you the details, but it might take a while.
I don't want your life story. Do I need to spell it out to you? Get lost.
I'm afraid that doesn't work for me. I've got business with him. Antonio Rabbit Zapatero, a dealer of the drug called Real Blood. Apparently, he also has evidence that could lead to the identity of Dee. If that's true, it makes him the most important person on this flight.
You really have a death wish, don't you?
Yet you might be the one who dies.
How dare you?
You should get out as quickly as you can. I'll keep the fountain pen to remember you by. Snow on the front, cherry blossoms on the back. They change them according to the season?
It isn't totally atrocious. but hardly avant-garde, now is it? I'd expect no less flying coach, of course. Would it have killed them to use a little real stitching? Honestly.
And who might you...
I don't ask for opinions from the uninspired. Suki, baby, what do you think? Dress all the seats white, then crown them with a single pink stag beetle? Oh, yes! Or maybe change all these to black lights, but not too dramatic. Just lay
Does
straight.
your mannequin ever reply?
She's not a mannequin. She's my partner.
She is?
Yes, she is. I'm Duncan, and this is Suki. We're top fashion designers, the both of us.
Duncan. So this guy's also a D.
Some people just don't get it, no matter how many times you tell them.
My bad, I'm sure. Can I ask you something?
I don't need your opinion. After all, I have Suki. The sunglasses in particular are strikingly progressive, don't you think? This is avant-garde. The epitome of my next theme.
The cart that was blocking the aisle has been moved. Now I can expand my search area a little wider.
4,539? 4,540? There's something fishy going on here.
Is there a problem?
The west side window. The sun's setting there, so that's the west. The west side window, the angle of the setting sun, that is the left side in regard to our direction of travel. That window right there, that window made a noise, didn't it? You heard it, right? I have to inform Dr. Johnson. Going to Washington, D.C. by plane. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
She has her name written on everything she owns. She's a D too?
This is so bad. This plane is going down.
It's okay. There's no problem.
Oh, shut your mouth. There were lightning strikes on the flight over. There's most definitely a problem. The window will keep on creaking. Suddenly, it will break. We'll turn like crazy. Lightning will hit us again. A direct hit.
Lightning?
Yes, lightning. It'll blow an engine up this time, that's for sure. And what happens then, Mr. No Problem? This plane won't be flying anymore. You agree with me now, right? This plane is going down!
No. This plane didn't crash.
What? Did it crash? Did it? How the fuck would you know that? Who the hell do you think you
Is
are?
there a problem, madam?
This dumb shit here is fucking with me. I told him the noise the window is making is bad news. I told him.
Well, madam, I'm sure you did. Very well.
I just...
Please allow me to
it's
handle this.
Unbelievable.
Well. Let me see now. Mr. Young, wasn't it? I have to admit, I didn't expect to ever see you again.
I can't imagine why.
It's outrageous. It's unbelievable. I will not do it. I will not just...
This flight attendant seems to know me. I have no idea when I met him, however. For me, our first meeting is a past that hasn't happened yet.
On an airplane in the air.
You are quite the stubborn mule.
I can't
The type who won't stay dead even if he gets killed,
not
maybe.
just sit by.
Oh, I wonder. If you're going to cause trouble, I may have to eject you from the game.
Trouble? Me? Your watch was about to fall off. It looks expensive, so I didn't think you'd want to lose it. I'm just a polite, helpful passenger. Look, Ref, if you're gonna bench anyone, bench her.
And I heard it. And if you don't listen to me, I don't know what I'll do. Just listen.
Now I've got 3 people with names that start with D. Deborah Anderson, Duncan, and Derek Buchanan. To be honest, I still don't know if any one of them is who I'm after. But there's a bag load of room for suspicion. Isn't that right, little Peg?
This is not acceptable. This is... No, I will not. I can't take any more of this. You've heard it before, you know.
Undergoes more than 100 rigorous checks before...
What? Are you saying these window noises are all in my head? Are you? Dumb fuck! I thought you were a nice gentleman.
Madam,
you think
I
I'm just
assure
some
you,
complainer?
nothing
Some
of the...
lawsuit seeker? Do you? This is completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable! Show me your name tag. Show it to me! Employee number D-3582? I've burnt it into my forebrain. Once I'm home, yes, I am going to sue you. I have never been so mad in my life. But I'm just practicing what I preach.
As you wish,
Can't you understand
madam.
that?
However, perhaps if we
Is there
change your
any way I
seat
could
feel,
talk to your manager?
I'm sure the sound
I've
of windows
been
would not
counting
annoy you in,
each
say,
and every...
business class. The seats are very fluffy, too.
Business? That's, class?
It is, madam. I could show you to your seat.
One where I can't hear the windows...
No nasty window noises in business.
Well,
If you'll just allow me to explain the procedure for your upgrade.
I suppose that could be okay.
What the fuck? In the instant I saw that big man, the scar on my forehead started to throb. It's never happened before. What's going on here? The Metro M. That's the subway in D.C. The Boston MBTA uses a T symbol, so this ticket was used in D.C.
What are you doing here?
This big fella. I've met him before somewhere, but I can't remember where. My scar is desperately trying to tell me that he knows something.
Hey, enough already! How long you planning on keeping me waiting? Get out here now! Fuck this shit! Fucking with
with my fake eye, weren't you? Trying to take it while I was sleeping? Is that your ass or your head? No more messing with this puppy! More lightning? Bad! Real bad! Bullshit! I said! You're never, ever, ever gonna get my fake guy! Didn't I, bitch?
Antonio Zapatero!
There you are! You're this young I've been hearing so much about. Not like I'm gonna spill the slop on thee, though. What be in there from me? Hey, papi! So how about you die, fucker? Damn it!
Wait! Antonio Zapatero!
There's no way them staring Truthers hair! If you wanna know about me, go on a fucking investigation!
Hand over your evidence! Whatever it is! I need it!
Are you serious? You're so silly!
Then I'll just have to take it! By force!
Hot beverage?
If you really do know who D is,
What? If I really know, you're what? Young-a-ling-a-ding-dong!
Oh my goddess! Suki!
You'll get over it!
Yeah, things just got serious.
All right, Zapatero. I'm knocking this one out of the park.
No hitting back at the picture.
This is how you use a megaphone. What is the evidence you have? Tell me!
My precious Iowan science! You fucking dumbass!
Maybe, but that doesn't matter. What do you know about D? Tell me!
That really hurts! I'm gonna kill you now!
So hand it over! Hand over? Your evidence! How about you give up? You've had enough, right?
I'd say the same to you.
Oh, shit, fuck! Oh, fuck!
Nighty-nighty, youngin'.
Now I've gotcha! Can't vanish now, can you?
Don't move! Let him go!
Olivia?
I warned you. We don't take kindly to stowaways. Just... who are you?
Olivia? Rabbit? The courier, he vanished? Marshall, are you okay? What's with the attitude? I'm only asking because I was worried. You think nothing happened at all?
I don't need your jabber, boy.
Derek Buchanan. I'm not sure why, but he seems determined to ignore me.
About your daughter. Does she look like you? If she does, well, that's gotta be one unhappy kid. Voted most likely to be carved from stone. No prom date for her. Just having you as a father is enough to scare the boys off, I bet. But that's a surprise. You're the last person I'd expect to be carrying a picture of your family.
Listen up. I don't know who you are. But if you want to keep sucking down air, never talk to me again. As for your other inquiry, my daughter does not need the likes of you worrying about her. She looks like her mother, thank you very much.
Marshall Buchanan doesn't know who I am? There's something very odd going on here. But just what is it? It's for Boston versus New York. Pretty good seats, too. Of course, it's been used. Things don't come that easy.
Oh, my Sherry, I know. You must have been so scared. How is my Suki? Okay? There'll be champagne as soon as we arrive in D.C. Ooh, I think some Chardonnay might be nice.
Didn't your mannequin just break?
Hey! Excuse me! She's Suki, not a mannequin! Therefore, she most certainly cannot ever just break. Do you intend to make an enemy of the entire fashion industry?
No. That mannequin got totally wrecked.
Tut-tut! Say another word, mister, and I shall unleash my anger!
Okay, you win. Forget I even asked about your mannequin. My bad. No more about Suki.
That's right. She's not a mannequin. We can forget this ever happened. Of course, us being top fashion designers, we're never going to remember you anyway. Your choices in fashion, so terrible. How can one walk outside wearing that?
When did you become a military maniac?
This is fashion, you heathen. Retro and military, it's called. Both Suki and I are completely anti-war, of course.
Okay. But what I really wanted to know was, when did you change your clothes?
Progress cannot be stopped. When we changed is not what is important. Rather, the question should be, when can we change? Indeed, just look. The fashion we have on right now is already headed toward obscurity. It's imminent, like fluttering petals. At any moment, new inspiration is going to just explode into my brain. Like, Arv and Von.
Avant-garde!
Eureka! Yes. Your exclamation just lifted the fog from my brain in a flash. Now, say it with me. Avant-garde! This will be my next theme.
Your mannequin... I mean... Is Suki really okay?
You're so persistent. Look at her smooth, perfect body. She doesn't have a mark on her. Sue. Oh, you're so good. Oh, my Suki. Suki, you are just too lovely. If I were to lose you, I doubt I could go on living.
This does look like the real Suki. So just what's going on here?
Oh, no, no. I can't take it anymore. My hands and feet are cramping up.
What are you doing that for?
You there. Perfect timing. I can't take it anymore.
Take what?
What is Deborah talking about?
That lightning strike electrified the floor and handrails. So I'm doing my best not to touch them. But I can't take it anymore. My arms, legs, neck, back, everything is screaming in pain.
I need to try and calm it down.
Lightning striking an airplane. Crazy, huh? Doesn't this shaking feel odd to you?
First, squeaking windows, and now seats and floors are electrified? I'm almost impressed by your capacity to worry about the mundane.
Hold it! What was that about the windows?
They were squeaking, right?
Squeaking! The windows! You're saying the windows on this bucket squeak? What? You're pulling my leg. If the windows were really squeaking, why, we'd all be dead by now. That lightning strike would have come in through the cracked window. We'd have smashed into the sea, its surface harder than concrete. It's like Dr. Johnson always says. Fall from an airplane, and you'll die. So just keep your fear-mongering to yourself.
There certainly doesn't seem to be any counting in her notes. What's going on here, then?
You also take notes on suspicious people, right?
That's right. There's you, of course, and I've got notes on that guy with the mannequin. Oh, I've got his number. He's one of them object sexuals.
I'll have to take your word for that.
It's a term applied to individuals who fall in love with inanimate objects. Come on, you've heard of it. A type of paraphilia. It's like Dr. Johnson always says, love has no boundaries.
What about the guy with the scar on his forehead? Stony face? In business class?
Oh yes, workaholic, textbook. He's got it bad too. He's either using his work to run away from something, or work itself is his reason for living.
Reason for living.
It's like Dr. Johnson always says, it doesn't matter what it is, just find a reason to live. You're pulling my leg. If the windows were really squeaking, why, we'd all be dead by now. That lightning strike would have come in through the cracked window. We'd have smashed into the sea, its surface harder than concrete. It's like Dr. Johnson always says. Fall from an airplane, and you'll die. So just keep your fear-mongering to yourself.
There certainly doesn't seem to be any counting in her notes. What's going on here, then? The front is a cherry blossom pattern, and snow is on the back. When did that change over? When did you move to this seat?
When indeed, young Mr. Young. So funny you would ask.
What does that mean?
If time changes, so too does place. Time is of the essence. You, of all people, should understand. If time changes, so too does place. Time is of the essence.
That lightning strike. How did you know about it before it even happened? Don't tell me you can control lightning strikes.
Your ability to look is not bad, but you need to be able to observe a little more carefully. What did you observe?
The engine isn't damaged.
You have good observational skills. You already know the answer. Am I correct?
Do you know what happened to the courier?
It might be said that I do, and it might be said that I don't. If time changes, so too does place. Time is of the essence. Either way, Mr. Young, you cannot ask me to do your job for you.
What about that female member of the cabin crew?
You mean Olivia Jones? You saw her. Did she remind you of little Peggy?
What do you know about little Peggy?
Blonde, blue eyes, and a mole by her eye. Did she smell of the same soap too?
Just how much do you know?
Everything. You told me all of it yourself, Mr. Young. You're overlaying your memories of little Peggy onto Olivia, aren't you?
Just who are you?
It was a snowy night. I remember it very well. Is Amanda doing okay?
Amanda? You know her too?
Her well-being is a good thing. A good indication of your own well-being, Mr. Young.
What's going on here? What have you done to me?
Can you finally see them? These are things with a special meaning for you.
What are you talking about?
Catch them if you can. You may discover something about her. Clover represent your memories of her. Don't let them slip away. something.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Young, I've placed a memory left by her in your house. That memory belongs to you, Mr. Young.
What's he talking about? Leaving something in my house. A memory with her. Clover. Little Peggy? Could it be?
Oh dear. Control will be an issue if I can't find it. Sir, can I help you with anything?
Where's Olivia?
Excuse me, sir. Exactly which Miss Olivia are you searching for?
Olivia Jones. She's a member of the crew, just like you are.
I'm very sorry, sir, but she isn't aboard this flight.
Come on. Did that lightning strike you too? She was right here a moment ago. In any case, you need to contact Logan Airport immediately. Tell them we have an emergency up here. Also, get the BPD to send some cops to the airport. Detective Forrest Kaysen in particular. Give him my name and you'll have no problems.
Well, excuse me, sir. Are you hoping to use this confusion for something nefarious? If so, I'll have to stop you.
Next time, I'll break more than your watch.
My most humble apologies, Mr. David Young. This incident has us all a little riled up, I'm sure.
Huh?
I'll make the call about the suspicious person immediately. To our destination, Ronald Reagan International Airport. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
What a beautiful sunset. It reminds me of the day I proposed. Little Peggy. I'll find who killed you. I will.
I've collected all the puzzle pieces.
The west side window.
There'll be champagne as soon as we arrive in DC.
I'm very sorry, sir, but she isn't aboard.
I don't know who you are.
That's it. This piece of the past has been solved. Marshall, are you really sentimental enough to hold on to a pen that can't even write? Unexpected. Most unexpected. You seem quite different from the man I first imagined you to be, but that doesn't mean you're totally free from suspicion.
I told you
The same trick won't work twice.
Damn it!
Although it's still the first time for you. The Fenway Park ticket was a used ticket.
What?
The seat cover pattern is cherry blossom and snow.
What are you rambling about?
The destination is in the other direction. The sun can be seen from the windows on the right side. In other words, the aircraft is flying south.
Explain yourself clearly!
I am David Young, a private detective who also collaborates with the BPD. Now you, Derek Buchanan, I consider you suspicious. If you are the one I'm after, you're gonna remain heavily involved in my investigation from now on. So let me give you this warning. I'll do whatever it takes to achieve my goal. I'll never give up. Even if it means I have to get in your way. So be ready for that. Oh, one other thing. Something I probably ought to mention. According to the BPD files, you get killed while transporting the courier known as Rabbit.
Oh, God. What the hell? I'm going to be killed?
Antonio Zapatero and Olivia Jones. They vanished right in front of my eyes. Literally, vanished. But they didn't vanish at all. They were never on this flight. This isn't the AG Flight 117 of Boston. It's a different aircraft, heading for Washington. In other words, they didn't vanish. I moved. Must have happened at that moment. I used the broken fountain pen to come further back in time.
I don't feel anything from either one anymore.
David, why do you shave your beard every day? It was just starting to grow out. Such a waste.
Little Peggy, what should I do?
Damn it!
are you, mister? Hey, mister, who are you?
I'm David Young. Who are you?
David? You're David? There's a spot-billed duck with her duckling over there. Let's play with them. Mister, are you really David Young? You don't look like what I imagined. I heard you were really cool looking. Why do you have a beard like that? It's kind of scary. What are you doing here, David?
I'm looking for something.
Something?
Yeah, something.
So, what is it?
A lead that will let me meet someone special one more time.
A lead? What does it look like?
I don't know.
What'll you do once you find it?
I'm gonna change the past.
You can't change the past, David.
Little Peggy.
You can't change the past. You do know that, don't you, David?
No. I can do it. I'm going to change it.
Time is always moving into the future. It's always been that way.
But
you can't change the past. You just have to accept it. I belong to the past. I'm dead, David.
No!
I am dead. I am dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I am dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I am dead.
It's always this way. When I'm diving into the past, and I fall asleep, I get knocked out, I end up back here. Teddy! Teddy? Teddy! It's really gotten late. This belongs to the person who jumped me on the passenger flight. If this is a fragment of some sunglasses, then that narrows it down to only one suspect. But is he really the type to use a stun gun? It's no good. The pieces aren't fitting. Little Peggy. Huh? Teddy's laptop. murders related to real blood.
Look for D.
Why does he even bother with a password? He's using geographical profiling. BPD, the hockey rink, Diana's cafe, the Oldman Clinical Research Lab, this apartment, and the house little Peggy grew up in. Teddy. Just what the hell are you investigating? Morning, little Peggy.
Good morning, David. Yeah. Don't push yourself too hard. So, don't keep me in suspense. Tell me, how's the case going?
The mementos are all gone.
What? How'd that happen?
Someone attacked me.
What kind of attack?
Felt like electricity. Stun gun or something. Knocked me right out.
So we're back to square one.
No. I do have this.
Doesn't look like much.
What it looks like is a lens from some sunglasses.
And what does that mean?
Tell me, Teddy. Do federal marshals use stun guns?
At their discretion, maybe.
But why would Derek Buchanan use one? That muscle-bound, hard-headed old schooler.
I don't know. Must have been an on-the-spot kind of thing.
Changing the subject, Teddy. Can I ask you something? You didn't go home last night, did you?
That's not unusual for me.
But you always go back home. On nights when you fight with Diana.
Me and her, we've been together a long time. I got a feel for which, you know, fights are best to stay away from a little longer. Look, I'm telling you the truth. We have our own way of doing things, that's all. Huh? Oh, yeah, just forget about all that, all right? Right now, you need to concentrate on the case of the Vanishing Courier. This one is linked to D. That's what my gut tells me. My detective gut. Not my beer one.
My symptoms are what's known as retrograde amnesia. It means I have holes in my memory prior to the incident. I'm kinda like a drunk who's chosen to just forget the bad stuff. I hate myself sometimes. The feeling of chasing fragments of memory into the past is like coming up to the bright surface from deep down in a dark ocean. Strange that diving can also feel like coming up for air. Unfortunately, it's something you really need to experience for yourself to understand.
Whoa! Amanda? Be a good girl and hand that over. Give it back! Come on! Ow! Oh, ow, ow! Wait! Slaved over this meal! You can't hide from me. Hey, that tickle. Here, eat this.
Not enough salt.
That's it. Good girl. Just stay still. Quit it! Stop throwing stuff! That's expensive! Huh? Hold it! Oh!
David! Are you gonna destroy the entire house?
You can help out, you know!
Yes, gotcha!
Now, Teddy!
This is the end, Amanda.
Give me the ball! David! No! I don't think so! Teddy, this is a memento.
A memento? The baseball? How come? How the hell did that get in among the evidence anyway?
Because I got involved in its past. I changed this ball into a memento. Maybe I really can change the past.
David.
We're restarting this investigation. I've made the connection, little Peggy.
No.
That watch. You really do wear it every day. I bought that watch with my first paycheck. You said you'd treasure it forever. For good luck. So you'll come back safely to me again, my David.
You hear about David? Seems he has no memory of the night of the incident.
According to his statement, the only thing he does remember are the final words of the victim.
What did she say?
Look for D.
D? Bet you it's D for David.
The first on the scene was Dr. August Oldman, the man who raised little Peggy. The shock was so great, it turned his hair white overnight. According to his testimony, by the time he found Peggy, I wasn't there anymore. As luck would have it, someone had already taken me to the hospital and stuck me in the ICU. After recovering and returning home, I found him there.
How did you come to this? David Young, do you think the past can be changed?
At that moment, all I could do was stand there. But now...
waste of a good breakfast.
So the DEA was also protecting the courier?
Yeah, you could say that.
I thought as much. So why didn't you tell me?
Wasn't hiding it. Just thought too much information at once might confuse you.
Teddy, you gotta be kidding me. I got a gun shoved in my face, thanks to your little omission. Do you know the name of the agent they were using?
I can find out, sure. For now, I only know that there are two of them.
One is Olivia Jones. She had a gun, so there's no question about her.
That leaves one more. You can find them on your own, right?
I've already got a solid hunch. Just how in the loop is the BPD anyway?
Enough to carry out a joint investigation. Let's leave it at that.
But you don't even know the agents' names.
That's for their own protection. I don't need to tell you that undercover work is life and death stuff. Who wouldn't want to keep their names hidden, huh?
Have you been investigating the link between Real Blood and the murder cases?
Yeah, something caught my attention.
Isn't that Homicide's job?
No, it's all narcotics.
Is it related to this case?
Maybe in the big picture. But you don't need to worry about that now. Just concentrate on the missing courier.
Do you think little Peggy's case is also connected to Real Blood?
Who knows? Listen, David, new cases happen every day. Which cases are connected to each other and how? We spend every waking moment of our lives trying to figure out that stuff. Don't hurry to an answer. The truth isn't gonna run away.
If you had a special power, a gift, would you want to change the past?
You know, for everything I want to change, there's something else in my past that I couldn't bear to lose. All you can do is accept the past and move on.
But what if it's too hard to accept?
Even if you managed to change that one little bit, it wouldn't be enough. to change your life. All you can do now is accept the past. That's why you need to find the courier's evidence. That's how you'll resolve your past. And I'll do whatever I can to help you.
When I was attacked, Derek Buchanan was the only one on the plane wearing sunglasses. We had a little encounter prior to that as well. I was also close to his seat when I was attacked.
Sounds like the Marshal is the one who attacked you then.
Maybe, but it still doesn't make sense to me.
He was killed in the line of duty. He may have been involved in something really bad.
The Marshal's name starts with a D.
Even more suspicious.
But let's say he is the boss behind Real Blood. Why would he go out of his way to make contact with Zapatero then?
I don't know.
If he wanted to shut him up, he could just send out someone else.
What if he didn't want anyone else to see the courier's evidence? Or maybe he wanted to execute the guy himself for some reason. I mean, it sounds plausible to me.
Execute the guy himself? Teddy. Why would he want to do that?
I don't know. What if it was you?
Me? Revenge. That's the only thing I couldn't trust anyone else.
Revenge? Yeah, certainly a possibility. But there were no past points of contact between the Marshal and the courier.
That reminds me. The Marshal had a picture of his family.
What's so special about that?
You said all his belongings were unclaimed and set to be disposed of. That's how I was able to get my hands on his badge.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'd have to investigate a bit more. But maybe he's estranged from his family for some reason.
The electricity that shocked me felt a little different from a stun gun.
What do you mean?
I never felt the electrodes. When I was hit by a stun gun in training, I remember feeling the electrodes first. I didn't feel anything back there. It was as though the electricity in the air came alive and struck me.
This all happened in a split second, right? You sure you aren't overanalyzing this?
Nah.
Huh. What do you think just got knocked over? David, are you out of your mind? You waste what I make, and then you ask me to make you more.
Just some coffee will be fine.
Oh, why do I even bother? Fine, fine. Can't start a good day without a good breakfast. Now sit down. I'll let you off easy today.
What happened with Diana?
Why are you asking me that?
You've hardly touched your meal.
You know how it is. Same old, same old.
Something more serious than clam chowder this time?
This one's a bit different. It'll be okay, David, right? Things just got a little bit complicated right now. It'll work itself out.
It will?
Yeah, it will.
Still, I can't help but feel that all you two ever do is fight. And you never even seem to entertain the notion of splitting up. You've got quite a strange relationship.
Well, I may have met her here, but we're both from New York originally. We think alike, you know?
So then why all the fights?
I guess. Probably my fault. Take, if you will, this hot dog. What's this Frank made from, huh?
pork, right?
That's right. Here in Boston, when you say hot dog, people think pork. But in New York, it's all about beef. In other words, for Diana, even hot dogs mean beef.
She doesn't like that you eat pork hot dogs?
She thinks I've forsaken my hometown. She can't forgive me for that, so she gets all tough on me.
So she loves you, but she also loves her hometown just as much.
Yeah. Will I ever be able to win out against the Big Apple?
God only knows.
You said it. David! You can't change the past. Facing the past changes your perception of it. This memento, it's the same. You didn't change the past. Just how you perceive it.
Eddie, you always help me out. Thanks, partner.
Hey, David!
Teddy, I'm sorry. No matter what you say, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna find Dee and save her life. That's why I need the courier's evidence. Olivia. So, we're below the seats now. Bloodstains? What happened after the lightning strike? Huh. Olivia.
Don't move. How did you get down here? Just who the hell are you?
I'm a private detective, David Young, formerly a detective with the BPD. I used to wear a badge too.
You think I'll buy that?
That's up to you.
Delta calling Eagle. Delta calling Eagle. The Federal Marshal, Derek Buchanan, got my gun. He's taking the target for I'm unable to guarantee safety of witness.
The Marshal's moving the courier. Then we need to get up there.
I said don't move!
I'm leaving.
Move back again and I'll shoot!
No, you won't.
I can't let you go!
There's something I have to do.
Wait! Freeze! Ow! Wait! Wait. This is pathetic. God damn it!
I'll share my shoulder, if you'll share your radio and gun. A temporary ceasefire.
Can I trust you?
Like I said, that's up to you.
space below the passenger seating. If we move between the luggage, we'll be able to reach below the cockpit. Now let's hurry and catch up to them.
Excuse me? What the? That hurt. Watch where you're going. That hurt. Ow!
Looking closely, the differences become quite clear. But she still bears a strong resemblance to little Peggy.
Is something the matter? Let's just keep moving.
Look for D. I know.
Fight, David.
Little Peggy. Wait. Am I supposed to see the world in 4D? Huh? She's putting a brave face on. That's gotta really hurt. She's tougher than I thought.
I'm okay. This is nothing. No need to worry about me. Let's just hurry on, shall we?
That should do it. Always good to put a lid on dangerous things. Why would the Marshal take Antonio Zapatero hostage?
I have no idea. You're one to talk anyway. Seems like you'll do just about anything for your investigation. Are you really just a private detective?
I'm going after the courier, at the request of the BPD.
The BPD?
Your people asked for the cooperation.
I wasn't aware of that.
I'm sorry. I meant, will ask.
Huh?
Oh, shit! It's no good. Can't get it open. Okay, we've got to find the flashlight.
Very well. Let's do that.
Found it. The flashlight bulb. Found it! This tube must be the body of the flashlight. We found the flashlight, but still no batteries.
They might have rolled back behind all the junk in here.
Then we'll never find them. Let's look for something we can use instead.
Yes, okay.
That's it. The radio. The radio runs on batteries.
Quick, let's get out of here.
David.
What do you think I am, your girlfriend? Ow! Is something the matter?
What happened after the lightning strike?
Immediately after, the Marshal suddenly took the witness hostage and shouted that he had obtained the evidence. Philip and I pursued him this far, but then I hurt my leg.
So he's DEA too?
Yes. He's an excellent agent.
Can he be trusted?
What's that supposed to mean? He's made many arrests, especially in real blood cases. There is one thing I'd like to ask you about. One of the heavy users we arrested once said something. Real blood can awaken special powers.
Sounds like a junkie, all right.
But that word, he didn't say talents or sensations. He said powers. Special powers. Those words just stuck with me. Maybe they have some connection to those bizarre corpses.
You really think superhuman powers exist?
I don't know. But among the bodies I've seen up until now, some looked like they had been touched by the light of God, while others looked as if they had been desecrated by the devil himself. It's hard for me to accept, even now. But maybe, just maybe, there do exist powers beyond the scope of human understanding.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
I've got you watching my back, and you're still keeping things from me?
Look, I'm not hiding anything.
Then what is it?
It just seems so pointless that I was hesitant to bring it up.
Now you're practically begging me to show some interest.
I see what you mean. Just, please don't get mad.
Out with it.
Okay. What's the capital of Brazil?
Sao Paulo, right?
No, that's incorrect.
Okay. Rio de Janeiro.
That's the old capital.
Does it really matter what the capital of Brazil is?
Not really, I guess. But I just can't get it out of my mind. It's making me quite upset.
Now she's got me thinking about it. And how can I expect her to watch my back when she's worried about something like that? If only there was a world map down here. Looks like the power has been restored to this section. Olivia, why is the DEA going after real blood? There are plenty of other drugs causing issues on a national scale.
You're right. There are many other drugs we need to go after. But somehow, real blood feels different from those. It feels more twisted, more dangerous than something just being used as a source of income. We've found a lot of strange corpses and incidents related to real blood. People with all their skin reversed, drowned in the absence of water.
Or bodies with all the blood removed from their body.
You know something about real blood, don't you?
Maybe. Looks like those gunshots came from here.
The machinery section is through there. Looks like the door is locked.
So there was a skirmish here, and then he ran further inside. There's no power. Damn it! Ugh. Almost got it. Huh?
Are you okay?
Olivia, did you see that guy?
See who? What did you see?
Things are worse than I thought. The wires have been connected. That should restore power to this section. I've got a good idea about the identity of that thing back there. But in that case, what's the Marshal playing at?
Just over 2 years ago, there was a detective who quit over a real blood murder. Sounds like he was forced out under suspicion of possibly killing his wife. The report also says he was critically injured, including some memory loss. What do you think this former detective is doing now?
What's your point?
Please, answer me.
I didn't kill her.
I knew it was you. You're the detective from that case. And that's why you've muscled in on this one. What are you after? Don't tell me. Revenge?
Listen.
Back off. I can't let you become any more involved in this.
Olivia, wait.
Hands up! Don't move. Place your hands behind your head and lie down on the ground. Lie down on the ground, now!
Olivia, get your head down!
Ah!
Ow! Damn it! Olivia?
I'm okay. Eagle calling Delta. Agent Cheney, please respond. Philip!
Oh no.
Go on ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Hurry! Hurry, hurry! Run, 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 run! Marshal, please, don't do anything stupid.
Why such a scary face, Mr. Young?
Let me through here.
You really look quite dreadful. It reminds me of... yes... when you were undercover agent David Young.
That's in the past.
How typical. Mr. Mr. Young, you weren't burned. However, sometimes those who play with fire do get scorched. You should take note of that. Being cramped up is also an experience.
What the hell are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious, Mr. Young? I'm watching over you.
Just who are you?
I am myself. Nothing more than that. I thought at least that much was obvious. It's futile, Mr. Young. I highly doubt that she can see me. I can be seen by Mr. Young, but not by Miss Jones. I think you understand what that means.
Did the courier and the marshal come through here?
The answer is yes, Mr. Young. But if you are caught up only in what you can see in front of you, you'll fail to catch what is truly important.
Why don't you just cut the crap and tell me everything?
If I did, would you believe me, Mr. Young? Those certainly don't sound sound like the words of a master detective.
4 people came through here, but if you looked at it from another way, you would see 3.
Mr. Young, what excellent deductive reasoning. It seems you really are seeing that which is truly important.
Clovers?
Yes. Clovers are integral to your memories of her.
How do you know that?
Mr. Young, I think you already know the answer to that. Now, reach out your hand. Remember their connection to her. Don't let your memory slip through your fingers. Just as I expected, Mr. Young. That's the gallant figure I wished to see you cut. I'm not sure you'd call it a reward, but I've placed a memory left by her in your house. That memory belongs to you, Mr. Young. Ha 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 ha.
He's fatally wounded. Marshall, you were planning this from the beginning, weren't you? Now I have all of the puzzle pieces.
Fucking with my fake eye, weren't you? Trying to take it while I was sleeping? Is that your ass or your
A
head?
man is far more than just his looks.
Don't tell him.
I've understood that.
Revenge?
That's it. That's what happened.
Spit it out. The name of your boss. Now!
That's some serious shit, man.
Derek Buchanan! When I heard that the one behind Real Blood has a name starting with D, I thought maybe that was you. Now I understand everything. The reason you're so focused on Real Blood cases. And the reason your wife is so much younger than you in that picture. And even the identity of my attacker. You aren't the D I'm chasing. You've been following Real Blood cases in order to avenge your family. Your family was killed by a Real Blood user, perhaps. So you swore to wipe out everyone involved with Real Blood. Well, Marshall, have I got it right?
What the hell do you know?
More than you'd think. I lost my beloved wife, too. Marshall, listen. Just give up on the revenge. None of this will bring back your family. I, on the other hand, can change the past. Your family might not even have to die, so please, give me that evidence.
Don't fuck with me. Don't you fuck with me! Change the past? Who's gonna believe that bullshit? Do you have any idea how much I've suffered over these last 10 years? You're just some punk! You have no right to say anything about my family! I'm not giving him up, or the evidence. If you want it so bad, you'll have to take it by force!
Marshall, enough! Marshall! AG Flight 117 of Boston. And a different flight to Washington, D.C. The other D who was on board both of these flights. You're the one I should have been after. Codename Delta. Philip Cheney!
Mr. David Young. A shame you didn't work it out sooner. Now, how may I help you? Die!
Dr. Oldman.
That thing we discussed. I've arranged it, just like you wanted. Now will you be able to meet my expectations?